So today we are really very fortunate to have Her Grace Savitri Mataji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for joining the call. Dandavata Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your valuable time and giving us association, this morning and to enlighten us on this topic of Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya. So now I hand over the call to Savitri Mataji. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all the Vaishnavas. So we are going to read from Sri Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya chapter 16. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishubhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Vacha Patitanam Pavnibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading Sri Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya. So today we are starting chapter 16, visiting Sri Bilva Paksha and the description of Sri Bharadwaj Tila. So in the book, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur starting the chapter by glorifying the Panchatattva first. So all glories to the revealer of Nadiya, Gaurachandra. All glory to the Lord of Ekachakra, Nityananda Prabhu. All glory to the Lord of Shantipur, Advaita Acharya, and the resident of Ramachandrapur, Gadadhar Pandit. All glory to the land of Gaura, made of pure spiritual gemstone, where Krishna performed pastimes during Kali Yuga. Navadvipa Dham is so transcendental Dham because Lord Krishna performed pastimes here in Kali Yuga. So, as we are hearing that Nityananda Prabhu took Jiva Goswami in parikrama of 9 islands of Navadvipa Dham, and in this chapter they will conclude the parikrama, traveling all the 9 islands of Navadvipa. So they came at the end in this parikrama, during the parikrama, to a place known as Bilva Paksha. That Bilva Paksha is the place, now it is known as Belpukharia, very enchanting place. And what is that place? Nityananda Prabhu is speaking to Jiva Goswami. See, here in Navadvipa, the place which the scriptures call Bilva Ban in Brajadham. So Bilva Ban, one of the 12 forests of Brajadham, is known as Bilva Paksha or Bel Pukharya in Navadvipa Dham. The truth is being revealed by Sri Nityananda Prabhu to Jiva Goswami, and he is speaking the importance of this place. That Shiva, who is known as Panchabhaktra, also his name, another name is Bilvakesh, the Lord of Bel, resides here. After a group of noble Brahmanas satisfied him, having worshipped him with Bel leaves for a fortnight, Shiva gave them the boon of devotion to Krishna. So he is now narrating a story related with this place, Bilva Paksha or Bel Pukharya. Nityananda Prabhu speaking. And he is speaking amongst the Brahmanas was Navadvipa. Navadvipa is known as Nimbarkacharya also. Navaditya, who worshipped Shiva exceptionally well. So Nimbarkacharya also there within the Brahmanas group who were worshipping Lord Shiva in Bilva Paksha. Mercifully, Shiva said to him, on the edge of this village is a divine Bel forest. The 4 Kumaras are meditating in that forest, and by their grace you will attain divine knowledge. The 4 Kumaras are your gurus, and through their service you will attain everything here. Saying this, Shiva disappeared. Nimbaditya then is searched and found the place. So in Bilva Paksha, Lord Shiva, being pleased by the worship of Nimbarkacharya, gave his darshan, and he said that in nearby place there is a Bilva forest. There 4 Kumaras live. And what are the names of the 4 Kumaras? That is coming a little later. As we know, 4 Kumaras' name, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sri Sanat Kumar, 4 rishis. And he said, they are your gurus. As we know, one bona fide Vaishnava Sampradaya came from 4 Kumaras. That is known as Kumar Sampradaya, or Chatussan Sampradaya, out of 4. 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas are, one is Sri Sampradaya, started from Lakshmi Devi. Then another is Rudra Sampradaya, started from Lord Shiva, Vaishnavanam Yathat Shambho. Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava. So he has his own Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya. Another is Brahma Sampradaya. That is our Sampradaya. Started from Lord Brahma. Another is, or last one today we are reading, that is Kumar Sampradaya. Started from 4 Kumaras, or Chatussan, the 4 sons of Lord Brahma. And these are the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas because they accept Lord Vishnu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and our natural dharma is to serve Lord Vishnu. We are all servants of Lord Vishnu, and our dharma is to serve Krishna or Vishnu. These 4 Sampradayas. And another Sampradaya is known as Mayavad Sampradaya. In that Mayavad Sampradaya, Shankaracharya gave us the philosophy that is known as theory of illusion or Mayavad, that is devoid of devotion to Vishnu. And that is totally different, based on different philosophy. So we are going to understand a little bit about those Sampradayas, 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, along with one Mayavadi Sampradaya later. So Lord Shiva said that Nimbarkacharya said to Nimbarkacharya that Chatursan would be your guru. So he searched and found 4 Kumaras in the Bale forest. He saw the 4 Kumaras, the sages Sanak, Sananda, Sanatan and Sanat Kumar, seated on a beautiful platform beside Shiva, unseen by others. They were unclothed, very young and of noble character. As we know, they look like just 5-year-old boy, and they never wear any clothes. So Nimbarkacharya met them, saw them in the forest of Bale. So Nityananda Prabhu speaking, greatly excited upon seeing them, Nimbaditya Acharya happily called out, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hearing the name of the Lord, their meditation broke, and they saw the form of Vaishnava in front of them. Seeing the Vaishnava, they were pleased, and one by one they embraced Nimbaditya. So Nityananda Prabhu is describing how Nimbarkacharya met the 4 Kumaras in Bilva Paksha, in the Bale forest in Navadvipa Dham. So they asked, who are you? Why have you come here? Please introduce yourself. We will certainly fulfill your prayers. Hearing their words, Nimbaditya prostrated and humbly introduced himself. The chapter says beautiful things, so I want to read those things, how Nimbaditya Acharya received the mercy in Navadvipa Dham. Ultimately, he got the instruction and mercy from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is very important for us, because in brief, we'll understand the whole teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this chapter. So upon hearing Nimbarkar's introduction, Sri Sanat Kumar spoke with a smiling face. Knowing that Kali Yuga would be dark, the merciful Lord decided to preach devotion. He empowered 4 devotees and sent them to preach devotion throughout the world. Who are those? Ramanuja, Madhu, Vishnu 18 Jan, Tumito, Chaturtha Hau, Bhakta Mahajan, 25th. Verse number 25th. Ramanuja, Madhva, Acharya and Vishnu Swami are 3 of them. You are the 4th of these great devotees. Who told this? The 4 Kumaras told Nimbarkacharya that the 4 great personalities they are the devotees of God or Vishnu. They are Ramanuja, Madhvacharya and Vishnu Swami. And the 4th one is Nimbarkacharya. Look, Lakshmi Devi accepted Ramanuja. Brahma accepted Madhvacharya. And Shiva accepted Vishnu Swami. 26. Now 27. Today we have met you personally. We will make you our disciple and thus become fortunate. This is our purpose. Previously we meditated on non-duality, but by the grace of the Lord, such sin has left us. So 4 Kumaras said that they were accepting now Nimbarkacharya as Acharya or a disciple, means Acharya disciple in their succession, disciplic succession or Sampradaya. Lakshmi Devi accepted Ramanujacharya. Brahma accepted Madhvacharya. Lord Shiva accepted Vishnu Swami. And 4 Kumaras accepted Nimbarkacharya as acharyas of their respective sampradayas, 4 bona fide Vaishnava sampradayas. And they also said that previously they meditated on non-duality, that is transcendental aspect of the absolute truth. Non-duality, oneness is there. As we know from the theory of or philosophy of Achintya Veda Tattva, that we are one with the absolute truth as well as we are different from the absolute truth simultaneously, inconceivably. So one aspect of the absolute truth is understanding the jivas and the supreme truth are non-dual, means qualitatively one, transcendentally one. But that is not all in all. This is the one stage of understanding the absolute truth. Next stage will be is that we are also different. Our position is different. Our identification is different. So anyway, non-duality also means that another understanding of non-duality is that that Krishna or absolute truth and his name, form, pastimes, qualities and abode are all identical, same, non-dual. We cannot separate Krishna's name from Krishna, non-dual. We cannot separate Krishna from his qualities, non-dual. Or we cannot separate Krishna's pastimes from Krishna, abode from Krishna. All are transcendental, spiritual. Because they are not material, so there is no difference. By the grace of Lord, such sin has left us. Means, what was the sin part? The thinking I am only absolutely one with absolute truth. That means the bhakti is not there. Later we will understand more about that. Okay. So 4 Kumaras were saying to Nimbarkacharya. We now understand that pure devotion is supremely relishable, and we have written a scripture about it. Later, 4 Kumaras became Vaishnavas. From being impersonalists, they became Vaishnavas, or servants of Lord Krishna, or devotees of Lord Krishna. And they said that they have written a scripture about it. What is that? 30. Shanot Kumar Sanghita Ihar Namohai Ei Mate Dikhatabo Hoive Nishchay. Its name is Sanat Kumara Samhita. You will certainly be initiated into its teachings. Seeing the grace of his guru, the wise Nimbarka immediately bathed in the Ganga and returned. He prostrated himself and humbly said, O Lord, Savior of the fallen, deliver this lowly soul. The 4 Kumaras gave him a mantra to worship the divine couple and taught him how to worship on the path of love. Receiving the mantra, Nimbaditya performed worship in this holy place, according to the teachings of the Sanat Kumar Samhita. Sanat Kumar Samhita is very beautiful book written by the 4 Kumaras, the philosophy, Vaishnava philosophy, the philosophy on bhakti, devotion. So they also worship the divine couple, Shri Radha Krishna, and their mantra also, the names of the divine couple, just like us. We worship divine couple, right? Shri Radha Krishna with the Yugal mantra. Yugal mantra. What is that Yugal mantra? Mantra to worship divine couple, that is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radha Krishna mantra, Yugal mantra. And 4 Kumaras also gave them the Yugal mantra. They say Radha Krishna, we say Hare Krishna. And with that mantra, we can have the darshan of Shri Radha Krishna of Vrindavan. That is also their goal. So receiving the mantra, Nimbaditya performed worship in this holy place according to the teachings of Sanat Kumar Samhita, means in Navadvipa Dham. Mercifully, Radha and Krishna revealed themselves to him, and the luster of their forms illuminated the four directions. 36. Gently smiling, they said, O Nimbaditya, you are fortunate. You have performed worship here. Where is that place? Means Navadvip. Navadvip is very dear to us here. We are present in one form as the son of Sachi, Devi. So, Navadvip Dham is dear to Shor Kumar also. As they spoke, they revealed their form as Gauranga. Seeing this form, Nimbaditya was overwhelmed. Means the four Kumaras also with Lord Gauranga. In Lord Gauranga, the Lord Gauranga's form. So now Nimbaditya saw Gauranga Mahaprabhu's form. Seeing that, he was overwhelmed. He said, I have never seen or heard of this extraordinary form anywhere. Mahaprabhu then mercifully said, O great soul, for now keep this form a secret. Means Nimbarkacharya saw a wonderful form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So he said not to disclose to anyone a secret right now. But he gave nice instructions to Nimbarkacharya. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Nimbarkacharya, preach devotion to Krishna and the pastimes of divine couple. Their pastimes are my greatest joy. Especially the Kumar Sampradayas, they always sing bhajans regarding Radha Krishna pastimes. So that was the point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disclosed. They also worship Radha Krishna together. And they always think their pastimes together. They also discuss and meditate. All are based on Sanat Kumar Samhita, and that is also based on Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam also, in Hamsa Guhya Stotra, that is there, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna appeared as Hamsa, gave very nice knowledge to Brahma, and Brahma passed that knowledge to four Kumaras. So in this way, they received the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam or from Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to him, Nimbarkacharya, preach devotion to Krishna and pastimes of the divine couple. Their pastimes are my greatest joy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disclosed that. Also he said, when I appear in the form of Gaura, I will find great pleasure of pastimes, of scholarship. At that time, you will take birth as Kashmir, in Kashmir, and travel throughout the land of Bharat, conquering all directions. Everyone, everywhere will call you Keshav Kashmiri and praise you for being highly learned. So, the Pandit Keshav Kashmiri was born in Kashmir. So his name was Keshava Kashmiri. Actually his name was just Keshav. While traveling, you will come to Navadvipa Dham and stay in the village of Mayapur. Hearing your name, the greatest scholars in Navadvip will flee. At that time, immersed in pastimes of scholarship, I will defeat you and feel great pleasure. By the grace of Saraswati, you will understand my identity take shelter of me and give up your pride. Then I'll give you devotion and send you to preach devotion again. So for now, satisfy me by preaching the conception of dualistic non-dualism and keep my identity secret. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared before Nimbarkacharya, gave this instruction. In Gauralila, Nimbarkacharya appeared as Keshav Kashmiri, was very scholar. So he also wrote commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, along with other Vaishnava Sampradayas. Means Keshav Kashmiri joined Kumar Sampradayas. And that indication was here, means we are hearing here, means when he was before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Nimbarkacharya, he got that instruction. Also indication that in Kali Yuga he would appear again. He would appear again as Keshav Kashmiri. At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would give him pure love of Godhead. So Kumar Sampradaya's philosophy is dualistic non-dualism or Bheda Tattva. Bheda Tattva. Dualism and non-dualism. Dualism, non-dualism. Bheda Tattva. That is their philosophy. Main three personalities are Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, and Vishnu Swami. Madhvacharya gave us Bheda Tattva, dualism. We are two. One is Krishna, we are servants of Krishna. Two, dualism. Ramanujacharya gave us Vishishtadvaitavad, qualified monism. And Rudra Sampradaya, not Rudra Sampradaya, Shankaracharya. Actually, three main we talk about, not Rudra Sampradaya here. That one is Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, and Shankaracharya. Madhvacharya says dualism, Ramanujacharya says qualified monism, and Shankaracharya says monism, absolute monism. Now, Vishnu Swami or Vishnu Swami's philosophy is Shuddhadvaita Bhat. And now, Kumar Sampradaya says dualism, non-dualism, Bheda Tattva, or dualistic non-dualism. Ultimately, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu synthesized all philosophies together. They are not contradictory to each other. They are complementary to each other, giving us the supreme philosophy that is called Achintya Bheda Tattva. So right now we are understanding Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Nimbarkacharya to preach the conception of dualistic non-dualism philosophy. Bheda Tattva means we are different as well as we are one. There's dualism, also there's non-dualism or dualism monism, you can say. And keep my identity secret. And in 51, text number 51, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking, when I start my Sankirtan pastimes, I will preach the essence of your conception. That is Bheda. Duality and also non-duality. Dualism, also monism. And now the famous verses we have to understand as the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That starts from 52, 53, 50, from 50, it starts from 52, 53, 54, 55. It starts from 52 up to 56. starts from 52 up to 56. These verses constitute the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in short. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disclosed this truth to Nimbarkacharya. He says in 52, I will accept two essential principles from Madhvacharya. One is his refutation of exclusive non-dualism, and 53, O great soul, know the second essential principle is to be serving Krishna's deity form, knowing the deity to be eternal. These two principles Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took from Madhvacharya Sampradaya or this Brahma Sampradaya. One is a refutation of exclusive non-dualism or absolute monism, that is Kevala Advaitavad, that is Mayabad. Mayabad means refutation, means rejection. Rejection of Mayabad. Exclusive non-dualism or absolute monism or Mayabad philosophy. That is one point. Another point is the deity worship. Establishing the principle of deity worship. Knowing that the deity is to be eternal. Srila Prabhupada says beautifully. When Krishna appears as deity form, that is not matter anymore. That is Krishna. Although deities are made of, stone or metals or wood or jewels, but that is not to think. We have to think that this is Krishna and complete Krishna. How? Prabhupada says, just like an iron rod when placed into fire, we do not consider that iron rod anymore as iron. We understand that is now fire. Similarly, when Krishna descends in the deity form, there is no more matter, it's complete Krishna and powerful Krishna. So deity to be eternal, we have to understand. And Krishna's form is eternal. Deity worship means direct Krishna worship. This is the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As we know, he gave us 5 principles, right? One of these is deity worship. Shuddhai Shri Murti Sevan. To serve the deity form of Lord Krishna with faith and devotion. So 2 essential principles, taken from Madhvacharya Sampradaya by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he gave us this teaching. Now we are moving to the next, 54. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ramanuja hoite ami loi duishar ananya bhakti bhakta jano seva ar. Beautiful point. From Ramanuja, I will take 2 essential principles: exclusive devotion and service to the devotees. So from Sri Sampradaya, these 2 essential points or principles, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted and preached that. That exclusive devotion means pure devotion, selfless, pure devotion. And only devotion to Krishna or Lakshmi Narayan, no other deities. Lakshmi Narayan, exclusive devotion and service to the devotees. Service of Krishna includes service to the devotees too. We cannot separate that. Service to the devotees is also the service to Krishna. because devotees are very dear to Krishna, very special to Krishna. So service to the devotees, because they are always engaged in the service of Krishna, so when we serve the devotees, we also serve Krishna. These 2 points are very important points, or teachings from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the third one. Text number 55. Vishnu hoite duishar koribo shikar tadiyo sarvosya bhav rago margo ar. From Vishnu Swami, I will accept 2 essential principles: surrender to the Lord and the path of love. Beautiful points. So these are the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Surrender, absolute surrender to the Lord. Absolute surrender to the Lord. We have to finish our Krishna consciousness over here. Means, we hear that from Srila Prabhupada. And what does it mean? Complete your surrender here. Absolute surrender. Knowing that I am the absolute servant of Krishna. I am the absolute servant of the absolute truth, Sri Krishna. And my surrender should be also absolute. Understanding our identity as a servant of Lord absolutely is important. So our constitutional position is to remain under the shelter of Krishna. That is the surrender. One principle. Another principle is path of love, bhakti yoga. That is also known as Raga Marga. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us the Raga Marga, bhakti. Chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Raga Marga Bhakti. By chanting, we worship Lord completely. By chanting Lord's name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can glorify Lord completely. It is the glorification of Lord. It is the service to Lord. It's everything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings also there. Same point in many places. He said to Papanameshwar, who is the father of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis, he said, Iha hoite sarva siddhi hoibe sabar, sarvokkhano balo ite vidhi nahi ar. He first gave him the sadhan sadhya tattva. Sadhan is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and sadhya also chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the means and this is the end. And he said, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will achieve all success. Yahaite sarva siddhi hoibe savar. So Raga Marga was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or path of love. And he stressed this point. Love is the most important, or prayojana. That is the necessity of our life. Love. By loving Krishna, we experience Krishna's love, unbounded love for us, endless love for us. We experience by loving Krishna. Raga Marga. So 2 things. Tadiya Sarvasya means I am yours. Tadiya means I am yours. Exclusively, absolutely, O Krishna, O Lord, I am yours only. Forever, eternally. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vangsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Eternally he is claiming us as his part and parcel. So from our side also we should have Tadiya Sarvasva. Means I am yours. I am yours only. I am yours. This Tadiya Bhava. Not to identify ourselves with anything else but with Krishna. I am yours. I am your part and parcel. Whatever I am. I may be a good, bad or ugly, whatever I am. But I am yours. Now we must be thoroughly honest before Krishna. Exclusively honest. Whatever I am presenting myself to you as yours. Because you said, I am your part and parcel everlastingly. So I am also thinking that way. That I am yours everlastingly. Tadiya Sarvasva. And whatever is mine is yours. Nothing is mine. Sarvasva, it is yours. Manasa deha geha jo kichu more. Orpinu tu apade nanda kishore. Everything which is known as mine are yours. Nothing is mine. Tadya sarvasva means surrender. Surrender means surrendering one's life to Krishna forever. All the things, all together you surrender. My life, my possessions, everything yours. My family, everything is yours. So these 2 points, surrender and path of love, he took from Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami. Now he is speaking to Nimbarkacharya. 56. Toma hoite labo ami dui mahashar, ekanto radhikashray gopi bhav ar. From you, I will accept 2 most essential principles, taking shelter of Radharani exclusively and serving in the mood of the gopis. That is all. These 2 also are the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radhika Ashray. Radharani is the best devotee of Krishna. So we take shelter of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani engages us in the service of Krishna. Serving Krishna in the mood of the gopis. This exclusive teaching only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us. Exclusive teaching means come up to that level. Other rasa, our rasa start from Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, then Madhurya rasa. All the rasas culminate in Madhurya rasa. Means the soul can come up to this level. Soul can serve Lord Krishna in the mood of the gopis. What was the mood of the gopis? Totally surrendered to Krishna. Exclusively for the pleasure of Lord, they live and they act. Nothing else. They do not have any other kind of thoughts. Anya vilashita shunyam. There is no other thought but how to please the beloved. Only that is their consciousness, or that is their function or business. Only one mood, how to please Krishna. And Krishna is happy by getting love. So they offer love more and more. Only the thought is only how to please. That's natural for the gopis. And remained always surrendered to Krishna. So these are in short, these are the teachings, 8 principles that we have heard constitute Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings to the world. And these teachings are very deep. In Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gave us the teachings, which is the essence of all scriptures. These 4 principles. Not 4 principles, 8 principles. From 4 sampradayas he accepted and he preached. And Chaitanya Charitamrita exclusively describes about the whole thing, whole 8 points, that 8 principles that we heard from 4 bona fide sampradayas he accepted. Now 57, saying this, Gaurachandra disappeared and Nimbaditya cried profusely with divine love. Nimbaditya then bowed at the lotus feet of his guru and he travelled elsewhere, intent upon preaching devotion to Krishna, especially not only Krishna alone, but Radha Krishna, Yugal worship or divine couple. Then Nityananda Prabhu showed one place that is known as Ramatirtha. These words that we heard came from Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He disclosed these things to Jiva Goswami. Very confidential, not easily to be found in any scriptures. Our acharyas and Panchatattva made everything so simple and easy, digestible, realizable, and practicable. They made it. Otherwise, it is very, very difficult to understand Vedas, Vedic literature, without any proper training and long-term training. Under a very able guru. That's why in olden times it was the system that the son would go to the guru's ashram in Gurukul, lived away from the home, and he used to get the training exclusively under the guidance of the guru. After many, many years of studying and receiving knowledge and favor from guru, a person would understand the truth. Now in Kali Yuga, by the desire of Lord Chaitanya and mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it became very easy. We are reading the scriptures, also we are understanding, and we are also practicing. It's just a miracle, wonder, nothing else. Just inconceivable good fortune. With the help of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Panchatattva, we are understanding. We are understanding the intricacies of the Shastra, the essence of the Shastra. So, Nityananda Prabhu, along with Jiva Goswami, they came to a place that is known as Rama Tirtha. So, what was the importance of that place? So, it is written in 59, from afar Nityananda Prabhu showed Ramatirtha to Jiva, where Balram killed Kolasura and bathed in the Ganga with the Yadus. This place is known now as Rukmapur. I'm not sure who was Kolasura in Krishna's time. Kolasura. So he killed the Kolasura and took rest over here. And it is known as also Rukmapur. Also it is said in 61, it is at one end of the route of circumambulate Navadvipa. It is especially glorious during the month of Kartik. What happens in the month of Kartik, many devotees, they read this Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya and they perform mentally or internally the parikrama. Although during Gaurapurnima time, parikrama takes place, but during Kartik month, along with the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, they also read this Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya. Some devotees, they do. So, leaving Bilva Paksha, Nityananda Prabhu and the devotees went to Bharadwaj Tila. Next, they came to a place known as Bharadwaj Tila. That is now known as, Bharuidanga. So great sage stayed here for some time, worshipping Sri Gaurachandra. Little bit story is there about Bharadwaj Tila, that Bharadwaj lived in that place and he worshipped Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu here. Satisfied by the worship of the sage, Vishwamara revealed his form to the sage with a compassionate heart. He said, to the sage, your desire will be fulfilled. You will see me at the time of my appearance. Saying this, the Lord disappeared, and Bharadwaj Muni fainted with the intense divine love. The great sage stayed here for some time on this hill and then went to visit the holy places. So this place is now known as Bharuidanga. And after that, they arrived in Mayapur. So they have concluded, means Nityananda Prabhu and Jiva Goswami, they have concluded the parikrama and they arrived in Mayapur, came back to Mayapur. They started from Mayapur and now after finishing whole parikrama, they came back to Mayapur and they came to the house of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there Mahapreme Nityananda Kareno Nartano Shakal Vaishnava Mili Kareno Kirtana. Nityananda Prabhu danced with intense divine love and all the Vaishnavas joined together and chanted. The home of Jagannath Mishra, where Sri Gauranga descended with his name, is the best of all holy places. That day the Lord's mother personally fed the devotees in the Lord's home. What sort of joy arose there? It was indescribable, and the Nama Sankirtan erupted tumultuously. Bhakti Vinod, whose aspiration is the shade of Nitai and Janava's feet, chants the pastimes of the Lord in Nadia. In this way, chapter 16 is finished. So this chapter is really very wonderful chapter because in this chapter we understood Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings in short, that he had accepted two essential principles from each Vaishnava Sampradaya and gave the teachings to the world. And this point is very important for us. If we understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sikshashtakam and that portion, how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took two essential principles from four Vaishnava Sampradayas and gave us as teachings, then we can progress in our spiritual life very wonderfully. We understand the bhakti philosophy very beautifully. Last time I mentioned that we would discuss a little bit about the four Sampradayas and also Mayavadi Sampradaya. So I have little time, so I can just touch a little bit. As we know that Lord Vyasadeva gave us, he wrote the Vedanta Sutra. And Vedanta Sutra is also known as Brahma Sutra or Shariraka. There are 6 names. Shariraka, Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra. What else? I forgot. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada gave us the names, beautiful names of the Vedanta Sutra. Six names are there. Vedanta Sutra, about Vedanta Sutra. So, Srila Vyasadeva gave us the Vedanta Sutra. Now, the Vedanta Sutra is the Vedanta philosophy. The sutras are aphorism of Vedavyas gave us. That is the Vedanta philosophy or Vedanta Sutra or Brahma Sutra. So the sutras have been variously explained by different commentators. That Brahma Sutra. And that Brahma Sutra is the basis of all Vaishnava philosophies that we get from the 4 bona fide Vaishnava Sampradayas. Their philosophies are based on that sutra, Brahma Sutra. Okay? So the sutras have been variously explained by different commentators. And from these interpretations have been arisen several schools of philosophy. As for example, one is Kevala Advaita philosophy by Shankaracharya. What does it mean? That philosophy of monism, absolute monism, Kevala Advaitavad. That is also based on Brahma Sutra. Shankaracharya gave us this philosophy. Next philosophy is Vishishta Advaitavad, philosophy of Sri Ramanujacharya. That is qualified monism. We should know a little bit difference about absolute monism, Kevala monism, and Vishishta Advaitavad or qualified monism. Qualified monism means Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are the rays of Vishnu, or we are the Shesha, and he is the Sheshi, part of Vishnu, and he is the Supreme Absolute Truth. Since they are all giving us the philosophy to explain the Absolute Truth, explained by different, they explain the different aspects of the Absolute Truth. One aspect is Kevala Advaitavad. Second is Vishishta Advaitavad of Ramanujacharya. Third is the Dvaitavad philosophy of Madhvacharya. Dualism. We are two. One is supreme, we are servants of God. Two-ness. Dvaitavad, dualism. Third is Nimbarkacharya gave us the Bheda philosophy, Bheda Abheda philosophy, Bheda. This is dualism, also non-dualism. And the fourth one is Shuddha Advaita philosophy of Balvacharya or Vishnu Swami. Shuddha Advaita. Purified monism. Shuddha Advaita or Shuddha Advaita philosophy of Balvacharya or Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. And fifth is the Achintya Bhedavet philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He synthesized all the philosophies in one supreme philosophy. It includes everything. There's no contradiction actually in all those philosophies, but they are complementary. The four Vaishnava philosophies are complementary. What is Mayavada philosophy? They said that is not complementary, but that was required. That was required at that time to give us the understanding that there is only one Brahman, the transcendental aspect of the Absolute Truth. Only one Brahman without the plurality is his mistake. We are also Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, but I'm a tiny Brahman within the big Brahman, Krishna. So duality is also there, non-duality also there. But the Shankaracharya accepted only non-dualism or absolute monism, exclusive non-dualism. In his theory, that everything is illusion, the material world and the living entities are illusion, theory of illusion, not real. The plurality of Brahman is not real. Within one Brahman is so inconceivable. It is inconceivable. But his philosophy really ruining the devotion of the living entities. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exclusively told these points, right? Like in 7th chapter of Adi Leela, some of the verses are very beautiful. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talked with Prakashananda Saraswati, the conversation between the Mayabada leader Prakashananda Saraswati and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in chapter 7 Adi Leela. Very beautiful point. What is the Mayabad philosophy? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us very nicely. Also in Madhya Leela 6th chapter, the conversation between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as in Anta Leela. Anta Leela also, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke in Antya Leela chapter 2, from 94 to 99. He said very exclusively that Shankaracharya wrote the commentaries on Vedanta Sutra, which is known as Shariraka Bhashya. Shariraka means Vedanta Sutra. Shariraka, Vedanta Sutra. He gave a Bhashya on Shariraka, that is known as Shariraka Bhashya, like Gita Bhashya. Shariraka Bhashya, given by Sri Shankaracharya, is very, very dangerous. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in Antalila chapter 2, he said 94 to Gopal Bhattacharya. He told to Gopal Bhattacharya, was Mayavadi, you have lost your intelligence in the association of Gopala, and therefore you are eager to hear the Mayavada philosophy. Oh, Bhagavan Acharya, his brother, Gopala Bhattacharya's brother, he wanted to hear Gopala Bhattacharya's, writings. And he said, I want to hear Mayavada philosophy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, when a Vaishnava listens, 95, chapter 2, 95, Antya Leela. When a Vaishnava listens to Shariraka Bhashya, the Mayavada commentary upon the Vedanta Sutra, he gives up what I'm reading. When a Vaishnava listens to the Shariraka Bhashya, the Mayavada commentary upon the Vedanta Sutra, he gives up the Krishna conscious attitude that the Lord is the master and the living entity is his servant. Instead, he considers himself the Supreme Lord. This is a mistake they do. Although we are qualitatively one, the transcendental aspect of the absolute truth is same. Still, we are not one with Krishna. I am not Krishna. In all respects, only this aspect is same, means I am qualitatively one. 96. To 96, the Mayavada philosophy presents such a jugglery of words that even a highly elevated devotee who has accepted Krishna as his life and soul changes his decision when he reads the Mayavada commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So dangerous. 297, in spite of Swarupa and Damodara's protest, Bhagavan Acharya continued, we are all fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna with our hearts and souls. Therefore, the Shariraka Bhashya cannot change our minds. 298, Swarup Damodar replied, nevertheless, when we hear the Mayavada philosophy, we hear that Brahman is knowledge and that the universe of Maya is false, but we gain no spiritual understanding. 299. The Mayavadi philosopher tries to establish that the living entity is only imaginary and that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is under the influence of Maya. Hearing this kind of commentary breaks the heart and life of the devotees. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tried us not to hear Mayavad philosophy. And from the book, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srila Prabhupada, from the very beginning warned us and pointed out wonders about the Mayavadi philosophy. And also, he wrote the commentaries in such a way, pointing out the faults of Mayavadi philosophy. What is that philosophy on jivas? That Brahman became jiva. When Brahman, Supreme Brahman, was under the illusion and forgot about his supremacy, he became jiva. What a wrong theory. So the individual soul never came into existence by cutting from the Supreme Soul. Means we are never independent. We were never independent before, and we will not be able to merge again into Brahman, Supreme Brahman. What is the Mayavad theory on living entities? Means we are all individual souls. Before we were all together as a lump. Now we are all scattered all over, like a paper. If you tear into small parts and throw, in the air, it will scatter everywhere, and the original paper will be lost. Similarly, that is the philosophy. Before we were all together, all the souls were all together as a lump. And due to our ignorance, we all scattered around now. So we have forgotten that we are the Supreme Tat Tvam Asi. I am that Supreme. They interpret in a wrong way. And we became Jiva. Small particles. Now again, if I remember and remind myself, Aham Brahmasmi. Yes, I'm Brahman, but I'm not the Supreme Brahman. Oh, you are that God. You are same God. So when the ignorance will be removed, what was the ignorance? That I have forgotten that I am the Supreme. Again, if I merge the Supreme, I'll become one. There's a homogeneousness, means merging. Merging is like homogeneous merging. There will be no distinction in any way. This is totally wrong. It kills the bhakti. So if I think I'm the Supreme, so why should I, worship anyone? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and actually in the 7th chapter, Adi Lila, the conversation between Prakashananda Saraswati and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us very beautiful understanding about the philosophy, a Mayavad philosophy, who pointed out the faults of Mayavad philosophy. And also he said that Shankaracharya was not at all at fault, for it is under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that he has covered the real purport of the Vedas. And Sripad Shankaracharya has described all the Vedic literatures in terms of indirect meanings. One who hears such explanation is ruined. The direct meaning is what? Of Brahma Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam means Krishna is the Supreme Brahman. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And jivas are eternal parts and parcels, servants of Krishna. That is the point we have to understand. So indirect meaning he gave, and that is very dangerous. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out in chapter 7, during the conversation between Prakashananda Saraswati and him. Also in Madhya Lila, chapter 6, during the conversation between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and him. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has warned us not to hear the Mayavada Bhasya. But as much as he explained, we can understand that part. Right? In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, whatever explanations we are reading, studying, given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can understand that part. And all other four Vaishnava Sampradayas also wrote their commentaries as well as their philosophy on the basis of Brahma Sutra. But those philosophies are not contradictory, but they are the different stages in the evolution of bhakti, the different rungs of the bhakti ladder. Ultimate bhakti philosophy got the completeness completeness by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. That is called Achintya Bhedabhed Tattva. Okay, so this much I wanted to speak today. If we need to know more details about those philosophies, then we can, separately we can have one class about that. Okay? So 2 more chapters are left, and very important chapters in Navadvipa Dham Mahatmya, that is 17 and 18. And in those chapters, Jiva Goswami will ask very wonderful, relevant questions to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu will give wonderful, brilliant answers to those questions. Jiva Goswami also will disclose about his doubts of some points, philosophical points, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu also will dispel all those doubts in the 18th chapter. So 2 more chapters are left, and we'll study, start next week, chapter 17. Okay? So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for hearing this class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hari Bol.
If anybody has any questions, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Savitri Mataji. Thank you for the very wonderful session. It was really, really wonderful. And I think you made a point that we are, in this Kartik month, we are at least reading the Navadvipa Mahatmya, which is equivalent to the Navadvipa Parikrama. So yes. That's so wonderful, and thanks to you, because you took up this initiative. All of us are benefited. Thank you, Ma'am. Thank you for the beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Is there anything else?
Does anybody have any questions?
A comment?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Yeah, just
Hare Krishna.
How would you say is the value of studying the other sampradayas, Sri and
what? I didn't get it.
Yeah, the value of studying the other 3 sampradayas, or comparing, contrasting the 4 sampradayas.
They're very important, actually. Very, very important to understand Bhakti philosophy fully. All those intricacies are there, which is, making up the philosophy of Achintya Bhedabhed Tattva. How that philosophy evolved gradually and culminates into Achintya Bhedabhed Tattva. It's very, very important. I love it, and very interesting too. Like Ramanujacharya's philosophy, Vishishta Advaitavad, we would see very wonderful. The jivas are the rays of Krishna, means like sun ray is the part of sun. So continuous connection is there. We are eternal servants of Krishna, parts of Krishna, and we are meant for eternity. So wonderful understanding. Madhvacharya says we are all servants of God. Same point, in a different way they spoke. They revealed the different aspects of the absolute truth. Mainly 3 points. Jiva, Brahman, and Prakriti, right? This mutual nature. We are in the interrelation between 3. Prakriti, Jiva, and Bhagwan. Mainly 3 things. to know the true nature of the jiva is very, very important in relation to Krishna. If we understand Brahman's nature or Krishna's nature, we also understand our nature. Then our all ignorance will be dispelled completely. There will be no possibility to come under delusion again, ignorance, that's why. We can perform bhakti very wonderfully without knowing that, but knowing that there will be no possibility. Means we can come to the Uttam Adhikari platform. That's why reading Shastra, understanding philosophy is so important. Kanishta Adhikaris have very little faith in the scriptures, means little understanding. They only see absolute truth in Krishna in the deity form. But we should not remain in that stage, because easily one can fall down from bhakti, give up bhakti easily. So we must come to the Madhyama Adhikari stage. And there's no much difference between Madhyama and Uttama Adhikari stage. Madhyama Adhikari stage means they are the preachers, so they make distinctions between Krishna devotees who are innocents and who are envious. They make the distinctions. And Uttama Adhikaris, they never make any distinctions. They only see Krishna everywhere. And they are immersed in Krishna consciousness. And they see others are doing so much nicely bhakti, only they are not. Anyway, to have complete platform of bhakti, we must understand these philosophies. Dvaita philosophy, Vishishta Advaita philosophy, Advaita philosophy, Bhedaved philosophy, Achinta Bhedaved philosophy. There's 5 things to understand.
Yeah, so will we be? I don't know if you will be giving such a class.
Well, it needs a separate class.
Yeah.
Today I just, touched little portions of all those, But if one is interested to hear, then we can,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My vote is for us to have such a class.
Yes, ma'am. Important to know.
I want to know, so the next class we can do, so it will be fresh in our mind before entering 17 and 18. 17, 18 are the question answer session, 17 and 18 are the question answer session, and also conclusion of the whole philosophy. All those. So means we'll be understanding what is the special, unique, very uncommon gift given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to us. That is the 17 and 18. Right now we understood from Nimbarka Sampradaya or Kumar Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took 2 principles, Kanto Radhika Charana Ashray and Radhika Gopi Bhav or Radha Bhav. So we'll be understanding more about that. Actually, whole Chaitanya Charitamrita about all that. Akanto Radhika Ashray means Akanto Gaura Ashray. Taking shelter of Radharani is the taking shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That point will be clearly described in those chapters. And Gopi Bhava. And the philosophy, the Vaishnava philosophies, I think we should discuss a little bit more to have clear understanding of the contributions of 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, which is not contradictory to each other, but very complementary. And together it forms Achintya Bhedaved Tattva. Achintya Bhedaved Tattva includes all the points of 4 Vaishnava Sampradaya. That is Dvaitva, Vishishta Advaita, Advaita, Shuddha Advaita, Veda Vedtattva and Achintya Veda Vedtattva. All right?
Yeah, I think there are two principles taken from each of those sampradayas, right? To
Vaishnava Sampradaya.
Synthesize.
Brahma, Brahma. Vaishnava Sampradaya, yes, go ahead.
No, that was our thing, that the two principles from each of the four sampradayas were synthesized into the one Brahma Madhva Gora Sampradaya, right?
Well, two principles, essential principles taken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu constitute the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the philosophy he gave us, Achintya Veda Vedtattva, is the philosophy. Through this philosophy, we can realize the absolute truth most perfectly. Through this philosophy, we can understand Bhagavad Gita. Through this philosophy, we can understand Srimad Bhagavatam or any scriptures. That is Achintya Veda Vedtattva. And teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy is Achintya Veda Vedtattva, that he said already, Jive Sharupahai Krishnero Nitya Das, Krishne Tatostha Shukti Bheda Bhed Prakash. That is the philosophy. Achintya Veda Vedtattva. In Sanatan Shiksha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this point. That is known as Achintya Veda Vedtattva, philosophy. Philosophy is this. And the teachings, total teachings, those, 8 principles constitute to us. Like first one, from Madhvacharya, refuting the Mayavad philosophy and worshipping deities, form of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada did that. From Ramanujacharya, Ananya Bhakti, exclusive devotion to Vishnu, and Bhakta Seva, service to devotees, right? And Vishnu Swami, that Todiya Sarvasya, I'm yours, surrender mood. And Ragamarga, spontaneous devotion to Krishna, loving devotion. Means in every aspects of devotion, we must add our love. With love you do. Chanting love. Doing anything love. Service love. And from Nimbarkacharya, he took 2 principles, Akanto Radhikashraya, and second is Gopi Bhav. So these are the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we see in the writings of Srila Prabhupada, although all 8 principles are always there. If you study Srila Prabhupada's purport, Bhaktivedanta purports, these 8 points are always there. Surrender unto Krishna. Emphatically he says. Many times he says, the devotion of gopis is the highest, topmost devotion to Krishna. Many in Chaitanya Charitamrita we are hearing more and more. Radhika Ashraya means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Ashraya. He came as a Radha, in the mood of Radha Bhava. He exhibited the Radha Bhava. So everywhere, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he gave us the understanding of 3 principles, Brahman, Prakriti and Jiva, he explained through the philosophy of Achintya Veda Vedtattva, isn't it? That he, the final verse of Bhagavad Gita, that is my favorite part, 78, right? Chapter 18, 78. Srila Prabhupada pointed out that point, Achintya Veda Vedtattva. That means he explained the Bhagavad Gita through the Achintya Veda Ved Tattva given by Srila Prabhupada. That point he said very nicely. I love it. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned last but one, the paragraph. In Bhagavad Gita, 5 principal subject matters have been discussed. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, mutual nature, the living entities, eternal time, and all kinds of activities. All is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. All conceptions of the Absolute Truth, impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and any other transcendental conception exist within the category of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although superficially the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the living entity, material nature, and time appear to be different, nothing is different from the Supreme. But the Supreme is always different from everything. Lord Chaitanya's philosophy is that of inconceivable oneness and difference. This system of philosophy constitutes perfect knowledge of the Absolute Truth. Srila Prabhupada says, we are one, also we are different. How? We are not absolutely one with Krishna. Also, we are not independent of Krishna. This is the philosophy. We are not separate completely or also not one completely. Inconceivable. This is the science of Absolute Truth. So Srila Prabhupada explained this Bhagavad Gita, gave us the commentaries which is based on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. Okay.
We say that this simultaneous oneness and difference is inconceivable, but to explain that, we give the analogy of, there's the body and maybe one body part. The body part. Let's say the hand, right? Is inconceivable. The hand is simultaneously one and different from the body. Or we also say, heat and light, simultaneously one and different from fire.
Yeah.
And so, when these analogies are given to explain that, it doesn't seem, I think this is explained very well. So, in light of these analogies, it doesn't seem very inconceivable. So, why is it? Why do we say
it is inconceivable because the hand is and the body, our body still dependent on the whole, right?
Yeah.
Part. Yeah, and also not lacking the consciousness. Individual judgment is not there. My hand, my finger,
right,
is all my judgment. So we are individual. We have our individuality. We have individual choice also. We have little independence. That makes all different. Plurality within one is so inconceivable. We are all parts of Krishna, body parts of Krishna. Still we are individual. We have our individual consciousness, isn't it? It makes inconceivable.
Okay, so the fact that we can have the fact that we can have independent will is what makes it
right. Right. So that is different, right? Yeah. But we can understand that we are all both, means Krishna and us are both of same nature, transcendental nature. Many places Srila Prabhupada says only Krishna exists. It's a fact. Only Krishna exists. And within him we are all existing. It's like the some examples are the earrings to the cloth, right? Or on a gold to the gold ring, right? Those are the relationship, inseparable relationship, or same quality, kind of. But we are not same or one in all respects. The point is, when we realize that we are absolutely related with Krishna only, then your focus is now only on Krishna. That is required. That is required to perform bhakti. Anya vilashita shunyam, pure bhakti, exclusive bhakti. The Brahma Sambandha, and the Balacharya Sampradaya, they say Brahma Sambandha. We say Diksha or initiation. Brahma Sambandha or Krishna Sambandha. So beautiful. I am Brahman. I have Sambandha with the Param Brahma. So our mind, our consciousness will be focused in one point. That is Krishna. Realization comes through this philosophy, understanding. All right. Okay. I think, we can discuss more about that. Okay.
I guess when we do the thing, still I wanted to get clarification about, I think you made distinction between the 8 principles and this philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda. I think that, since you're going to do the thing next time.
Philosophy, it is a philosophy, it is a teaching. Philosophy, through that philosophy we can understand the absolute truth very wonderfully, teachings. So through this process, we can establish a relationship with Krishna in rasa. That is the point in philosophy, in teachings. Teachings means to establish a relationship with Krishna.
Okay, so the eight teachings are what established the Achintya Bheda.
In a rasa bhajan, in rasa. Our bhajan is ultimately rasa bhajan, right? Rasa. Establishing ourselves into a particular rasa. A rasa evolves, and it becomes sthayi, means permanent. Means our rasa will be manifest when we are engaged in devotional service exclusively unto Lord Krishna. Then our rasa will be manifest. We cannot make it artificial. But it will, like a seed. From the seed, the tree comes out, manifests. And from the bud, the beautiful flower comes out. It comes out. It manifests. So that is the point. Okay. Yes, next time we will discuss more about that.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. So I think we can end the class now. Let's offer our... Thank you.
More questions?
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
श्री नवद्वीप धाम महात्मा की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नवद्वीप धाम महात्मा की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। नित्यानंद गौरव भक्त वृंद की जय। हरि बोल। बाय।
Very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.